Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. Dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Why, good morning, my... Oh, that is a weird way for me to pop up on the screen. That was odd. That was weird. All right. Well, good morning, my friends. Welcome to Writing to Sonnets with Shakespeare. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, here to write sonnets with you here today. Have a great conversation over some coffee. Let's have a nice, noisy slurp right now. It's good internet audio. I don't care who you are. In the wings, I have a very special guest waiting to jump on screen with me. Some of you who pay attention to my socials, you already know who it is. For those of you who don't, I'm going to surprise you in a moment. If you read the description of the show today, you also know who it is. But again, if you didn't, If you're just like, hey, show's starting, what am I doing? I have a surprise for you. That's how I try to watch most media nowadays. But how you doing? I had an amazing opening weekend for me. It wasn't their opening weekend. It was the 6th weekend. Opening weekend for me at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. It was absolutely wonderful and magical. Rebel Grove is everything that everybody has told me about and more. It's just absolutely delightful. Met so many brand new best friends down there. Met so many friends I've only seen on here on Nat 21 Adventures. For instance, Margaret, you might know her as Jan, the Janpire from Nat 21 Adventures, and also Barely Balanced. We never met live in person. We've been doing shows on and off together for 4 years on this venue, but otherwise never met. So it was lovely to meet her, get a selfie on Aussie rather, because it was both her and Cameron and Liam. I'm so sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. One of those I'm hoping is correct. Maybe Aiden. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out like this. But so nice to meet all of you. Meet so many fans of the show. And people who are telling me, oh my God, Paolo and Onsa and Jacques told me I have to watch your show. So thank you for being there and fans of them and then now fans of me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It was magical. There's 3 more weekends to go of that magical and wonderful festival and 3 more weekends for me. But it was also Shakespeare weekend. So I showed up at an auspicious time. So it's wonderful. Jennifer Rose over in Britain, my homeland, is saying it's fall season and pumpkin spice is everything. Not morning, it's afternoon. Yeah, I know. It's morning somewhere. But it is fall season and pumpkin spice. I highly recommend to you, by the way, fellow Brit, for you, Jennifer Rose, to watch on YouTube. I want you to watch Gemma Louise Miles. She is all about the pumpkin spice life. London Fog, this morning has been a bit garbage for you. I'm so sorry. Looking forward to some poetry to soothe the soul. We will give you that. So before we get into the poetry, though, my friends, I do have a special guest to bring on today. This person is someone I've known for nearly 15 years. They are a brilliant performer, an excellent writer, a terrific musician. I'm assuming... Oh, there's my cat. He decided to come in. It's not Pippin. Pippin is none of those things. No, you're not. Are you a beautiful musician? No. Your rhythm is crap. That is completely true. Yeah. He is a little sicky. We're going to go to the vet later this day to get him an antiviral injection. Yes, we are. Because he's got a little inflammation, but it's fine. We're going to go to the vet and take care of him. But no, this person who I'm talking about, who's not Pippin, they are absolutely wonderful. They are a true Renaissance person when it comes to working in the Renaissance Festival world. One of these people who tries to do it all and often is finding themselves succeeding. So, my friends, please welcome to the stage, Melissa Lee. Yay! Hello, how are you? And what we're going to do is I'm going to turn on something I never turn on this show. I'm going to turn on the display names and headlines. Boom. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I know.
Look at that.
Get off the show. You're not in the stream. You can go over there.
He's your shoulder cat. He needs to be.
Sometimes he is. Yeah, he started out as my shoulder cat for a very long time. But yeah, now he's mostly too big for shoulder cat. But when there's a chair there, he can balance on that. But yes, he used to completely ignore the live streams and everything, and now it's just like, no, I need to get involved. So
we have that problem with Katie Hauser, her cat. What is his name? But yeah, her cat ends up on the stream all the time.
I know, I love it. Well, people are already saying congrats on the new book, and so let's bring that up on screen. The new book is Dread, your follow-up to Dare. And Pippin just unplugged me. There we go. Dread. It is on sale as of today on Amazon. It was secretly on sale earlier, but
yes,
we don't talk about that. So I'm looking forward to going and downloading that. I'm assuming it is available on Kindle, yeah?
I'm almost finished with the Kindle version as well.
Oh,
I just
all right. So
put it out there.
So a physical version only, and everyone can actually go to this link right here that I made right before the show, so it's not a crazy long link. So tinyurl.com/dreadthebook. That is the link in the good my friend this morning. Everybody, if you go to that link, I'll actually know if you go to that link. I will get little things like, hey, someone used your link, Shakespeare. I know it's what we do. So that's
I also just put it up on the Nat 21 Facebook page too. So if anybody wants to just direct link from there, it's there too.
Oh, fantastic. And we're going to throw it right here into the comments as well. So you can go and click on that as well over there in the comments, my friends. It is right there. Nat 21 Adventures on the Twitch, Shakespeare on the other things as well. But my friends, go check this out. So Melissa, talk to me about your brand new book.
Sure.
What's this all about?
So it's just a collection of scary stories and poetry, and I'm really excited because I got to work with an artist, Devin Borkowski, who I've known at the New Jersey Fair for years and years. So she did original artwork for all of the different stories, including the cover page as well. So super excited about that. And yeah, this is just a collection of stuff that I've written recently. Anyone who's on my Patreon probably has seen most of these, but never in a collection. So I'm very excited to share it with everybody.
That is fantastic. And in terms of where it falls in with Dare, your first outing, where does this fall?
It's a similar collection. I mean, there's not like a timeline or anything. Although I will say, I think that this one is much more sophisticated. I think that I've done a lot more in terms of honing my writing style and making myself a little bit more singular in terms of writing. So I'm really proud of this one.
Great.
Not that I wasn't proud of Dare before.
So we're going to be answering some questions. And if you have questions for Melissa, throw them into the comments here. I also solicited some questions earlier, and I have a few of my own to bring up. But this first one was submitted by my mother, who is a fan of yours because of the Renaissance Fair World. I'm throwing my specky specs right here. And yes, Shakespeare's mum. She doesn't watch this show, so you don't have to thank her right now. She doesn't know how to turn this on. No, she is a fan of yours from the Renaissance Fair World, and you talked about. You must have talked about your book, A Chase Treasure Show, because she has copies. She has a physical copy and also a copy on her phone. Ooh, but nice. Her first question is, what got you interested in writing short form horror?
When I don't have it with me. When I first started reading, like when I was like a 6 or 7 year old, there was a library that was behind my house. You had to walk through a cornfield to get to it. But there was a local library behind my house. And I used to read scary stories by Alvin Schwartz that I absolutely loved. There's 3 in the collection. There's some of my favorite books I've ever read. So that's what got me into it to start. And then somewhere around like 6th or 7th grade, when I was in like an honors English class, I started writing stories for my friends where like they were included in the stories, and they were always scary. And we would just sit around after class and read them. So I've been doing this for a long time.
Grand. Jennifer Rose over there in Facebook land is asking, what was your first inspiration for the book, and who is your favorite author? Answering yourself, perfectly valid answer, by the way.
My first inspiration for the book.
Wrong, I
I
highlighted me, not you.
But you're so pretty.
I know.
I don't know which piece I technically wrote first. One of my favorites from this collection is called I Don't Remember, and it's the first piece in the book. And I must have written that around 2020 when my grandmother passed away. She was 84. She had lived a very nice, long life, but she had dementia toward the end of her life. And for some reason, I got this idea about what would it be like if you had dementia or Alzheimer's, but you were like a murderer and you didn't remember it. So that's what that whole story is about. It's called I Don't Remember, and it's based around that concept. So that's kind of where it started, and then it's just been a collection of a bunch of other of my favorite books, my favorite stories that I've created as well. Okay, so favorite author is currently a little bit complicated. My normal go-to, honestly, is Neil Gaiman, but there's a lot going on with that right now. So
Oh yeah, there's a bit going on, but you can still enjoy the work for what it is, though. I think. I mean,
yeah,
like for instance, I enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but Joss Whedon is a terrible human being.
Yes, yeah. Same.
He's been proven this, so yeah.
I actually I have one of the other stories in my book is Inca Mummy Girl, and it was sort of inspired by a early Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode as well. So that was fun.
So your one of your current favorites, the problematic at sadly Neil Gaiman, which also might prevent us from getting Good Omens season 3.
I know.
Neil, keep your personal life personal so we don't get all art ruined. All right.
Yes.
Rant over.
Also really love Nora Roberts. Nora Roberts has always been
the romance author.
Yeah, I really like her stuff. You know what's funny? It's always she's really great with settings and jobs. She will immerse you into a setting, a place that you've never been to, and you'll feel like you're already there. And jobs that you've never had. Like my favorite series of hers is called In the Garden, and it's about owning a gardening shop and living in like this mansion in like Maine or something. And I've never done any of those things, but the series is just really immersive. And I was like, oh, okay, I can be into this. This is fun.
Have you ever read any of her mystery novels as J.D. Robb?
No, I have one of them. I think I have the first one that's like Naked in Death or something like that, but I haven't had a chance to actually get into them yet. I'm sure I will, and then I will probably be obsessed because I just like her writing.
I don't want to say they're surprisingly good because she is a good writer, but I was frankly surprised by how much I enjoyed. I don't remember what the title of the one I read was. It wasn't Naked in Death, but my mum handed it to me right before I got on a flight. And she's like, hey, here, read this for like cross-continental flying. And I'm like, all right, great. And read half of it on the way there, half of it on the way back, and thoroughly enjoyed. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. London Fog asking, genuine problem that they have. How do you manage to keep your stories short? Theirs always end up ballooning much bigger than they initially thought. That is a fantastic question.
That is a really good
question. Lot of short stories writers have. Now, I will before you answer this, I will tack on, how long do you give yourself for your short form stories before you let it turn into a novella?
Yeah, I think the longest one in this collection is almost 4,000 words. It's in the like 3,500 range. That one's called One Night Only, and it is about necromancer raising rock stars for a living. So that one's really fun.
Is the band My Chemical Necromance?
No. But I think anyone who reads the story will be like, oh my God, I really appreciate this one. This is really fun. Everyone that I've shared the story with so far has really, really loved it. I think we read it. Yeah, we read it on the channel at one point. So I was like, Victoria knows what I'm talking about.
So back to that. How do you keep them from ballooning too big?
I get really impatient. So I have in my mind, usually when I'm writing, a specific scene that I want to create. And maybe if I want to do more with that scene to explain what's going on, I might make the story bigger. But most of the time at this point, it's just been, I want to get this scene and I need to make sure that it makes sense to get there. And I need to make sure it makes sense to get out of it. But other than that, it's usually just like a moment in time that I want to put together. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dances with Words.
Fantastic. And let's see. Dr. Andy is here with some things. Number one, saying, can't wait for the release party. Yes. Dr. Andy is saying. And where did that comment go? It just disappeared off of my screen. But yeah, Dr. Andy can't wait for the release party. Stoked for the release party. As David Percival also says.
Yes.
People saying congrats on the book. Also, where did it go? Regardless of there we go. Regardless of what becomes public, who becomes public, don't be that word at all, so we can enjoy the art. Just basically
Yes.
follow Wheaton's law, my friends. Follow Wheaton's law. So people are going to buy the book Dances with Words.
Thank you.
Has bought the book. Dr. Andy is sold and wants to get it. So what is your absolute favorite thing to write? Is it because you've written some plentiful variety. You've written not just in genre but in style and in length. So do you like poems? Do you like the short story the best? Because this is what you are very published on now. 2 compendiums. But do you like songs, since you write more than a handful with Chase Treasure, parodies, bad jokes, D&D adventures? Are you working on a novel? Like, what's your favorite thing to type or write?
I do love like just a little bit of everything, but I like writing poetry because it basically just comes out. I don't usually have to think when I'm writing poetry. I just get an idea and I start writing and then it's done. So that's super satisfying. Even when I've gone back to put some of the poems that I have in this collection together, I only spent like 30 seconds really editing them because I had to like change the meter on something. But other than that, it's really satisfying to just get that out and it's, oh, okay, this is out of my head now. Thank you. I like writing songs. I like writing other stuff. Stories are my go-to because when I listen to music, especially on long car rides, which I'm about to engage in, I will listen to songs and I will fixate on some kind of scene or idea in my head associated with a particular song, and that will develop into some kind of story. In order for me to write anything long form, the last long form thing I did, I had to put together a playlist so that I could have everything like, okay, this song is about this scene, this song is with this scene, and then connecting everything together.
I like that. I tried that once and it didn't work for me, but also like, all types, different strokes for different folks. But I, on a second draft of a project I'm currently working on, it worked very nicely. So I didn't know what the scene was going to be about before I went in. And I just started working and I just had my notes like, okay, this has to happen. All right, fine. But I didn't know what the emotional stakes were going to be. And then I played a whole lot of I don't listen to Lady Gaga unless I'm writing. So there's a thing about me now.
Nice.
Yeah, Bad Romance came up. And the scene was not about a romance. It is not about romantic partners or potential romantic partners or anything like that. But it was a relationship that had gone bad. Basically, this person's relationship with their work. And they weren't putting in the proper amount of effort, and they were getting called on the carpet for it. And Bad Romance just kept playing through my head. And so this particular scene, as the one producer for this, she was going through it. She's like, this one scene moves to a rhythm. Did you know that? And I said, I did not, but it makes sense because on my rewrite, I had Bad Romance continually playing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was very fun because it was not done in verse or blank verse or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's just prose. It's a screenplay I was working on and going through, and it's just very funny how that can work out. So I like that you develop a playlist. It's very cool. I like that.
Thank you.
Let's see. Goodness gracious. Song-based writing is exactly the process of London Fog over there. Dan Gibson is who Josephine Westphalia down in Texas listens to when writing. Very, very zen. Do you have any go-to artists that you listen to when writing?
When I was putting this collection together, I put in the back something called Afterwards, where I will talk about what inspired the pieces and what songs you could listen to. I'm actually going to put together a playlist on my Spotify as well that I will share online. What
I love
kept
that.
coming back to, thank you. What I kept coming back to is Nine Inch Nails and A Perfect Circle. For whatever reason, those two in particular in this collection really stuck out. And I think there's like 4 or 5 different pieces. Maybe I think like 4 from each artist that inspired me to do the pieces. I think what is this piece for? I don't remember. Was inspired by the music video for Three Libras by A Perfect Circle. And if you guys have ever seen that, that was back in like 2005 or something. Yeah, go watch it. It's really good.
There are grown-ass adults who are now out here getting ready to have their first legal drink in just a little bit, who were not yet born when that came out. I just need to put that.
I know, that is wild. Oh,
yeah. So that's totally off topic though. Josephine Westphalia is loving your necklaces.
Thank you. So this is the octopus that my husband gave me. It's actually forks, or the original was 2 forks welded together. I think this is from a mold now. And then this is from Princesseries. Princesseries is on the circuit. And it's actually, so it's a little bat, and then it's a locket, and it has I put a picture of my husband and my daughter in there. You can't see it, but they're there.
Oh, that's fantastic. The baby bat. And baby bat just turned 1.
Yep, she's officially a year old.
That is crazy. How does that make you feel?
It's fun. It's the first year, and I talked to a bunch of other parents about it. It's more of a celebration of like, hey, we kept this child alive for a year. This is great. She's becoming more of a person every day. She babbles all the time. She kind of walks, not a ton yet, but she can walk like 2 or 3 steps and then fall over. So it's, I can't wait to see what she does next.
Oh, that is wonderful. Well, my friends, the new book, the collection of horror-based short stories is Dread. You can get it on Amazon. You want to go to this link right here. Where to go? You want to go to tinyurl.com/dreadthebook. tinyurl.com/dreadthebook. You want to go there. You want to get this book. It is available as of today on the Amazons. And my friends, go do it. Go do the thing, because Melissa is a fantastic writer. She has Gothic Horror Gamings, where she is Handler Z and occasionally the host as well. Wednesday nights, right here on this channel on twitch.tv/nat21adventures. So tomorrow night, are you going to be on part of that stream tomorrow night, or are you still going to be traveling home?
Yes, hopefully I'll be home at that point that we can be on at the same time. And even if the baby isn't asleep yet, we can just carry her around in the background. So yeah, I should be home at that point.
Victorian London Fog is saying, this time last year, I think we wrote Helena a sonnet to celebrate her existence. I think you're right. Let me see if I can find that.
Yes. It was right around the time she was born. And then Nat
Ode to the Baby Bat,
Nat Twice Said sent me a version of it that I have hanging in her nursery. So she sent me like a drawings of it.
I love that.
Yeah,
well,
thanks for reading that.
Well, at basically just slightly past her first birthday, we have Ode to the Baby Bat. So here we go. Furled in the warmth of soft velvet wings, then a yawn escapes past small pointed teeth. Now here, forever to pull on hot strings, a cave, warm and safe, is yours to bequeath. Is this the bat that lay between your hips and kicked its feet against mummy's ilium? Sweet Helena, make us immortal with a kiss. Mayhap grow up and marry Prince William. Or perhaps she'll grow up to be CEO or an astronaut going to space for brunch. We don't know what this baby bat shall be, though. For now, she is hungry and cries for lunch. Someday she may write poems all on her own. For now, she is your baby, and she is home. And we writ that on September the 28th.
Yep.
That is excellent. Thank you, Victoria and London Folk, for reminding me of that. That is very, very sweet. Goodness gracious. Goodness. So, speaking of writing, are you up for mayhap we write a quick sonnet here?
Yeah,
or even
sure.
just a couple of lines. All right, fantastic. Well, my friends, what are we doing? Why are we here? Other than to celebrate the amazing Melissa Lee with her brand new book, Dread, which is available today over there on Amazon. Go get it. tinyurl.com/dread the book. Well, we are here to write a sonnet. What is a sonnet? Well, a sonnet is a 14-line poem. It falls into 3 4-line stanzas. The first line, line A, rhymes with the third line, line C. The second, line B, rhymes with the fourth line, line D. And you repeat that formula for all 3 stanzas. You close it all off with a rhyming couplet, 2 lines that go with each other, and it's all written in an iambic pentameter. That's 10 syllables per line. You can go to 11 syllables, which is hendecasyllabic, if the need arises. Clear as mud? Fantastic. In that case, let's get down to it. So over here, we have our fancy dancy document. Ode to, there we go. Ode to, because every sonnet is an ode to something. And then we have our candy jar. That's where we throw our lines that we like, but we are not yet sure what to do with. So we have, fantastic. An ode to authors which hath been seconded, and more generally an ode to creativity. And then Jennifer Rose saying, ode to pumpkin spice. We did it. We just did an ode to pumpkin spice. We just did it. We go back and watch last week or the week before's episode.
Highly recommend, if you can, get a pumpkin spice latte and then get a pump of chocolate in it. A chocolate pumpkin spice latte is awesome. Yeah, and it enhances the flavor of like the coffee. So
I like that. I like that quite so much. I can't get a pumpkin spice latte at either Starbucks or Dunkin' because they both make it with a non-fat milk. The sauce. So I can get a pumpkin syrup. But if you are in Salem, Massachusetts area, you plan to be over this next month, go to AJ King. They have a couple of locations. The best one is in Salem. I love them. This is not an ad. I'm just a fan. AJ King. They make their own pumpkin puree sauce, fresh. Ooh. Yes. And they make the most amazing pumpkin spice dirty chai.
Nice.
It is oat milk based, pumpkin, their own pumpkin puree sauce, and then espresso. Holy God, it's amazing. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Last time I was in Salem, it wasn't ready yet because it was not yet October. So, but it is fantastic. So, let us do our ode to write author's ode to creativity. So let us start throwing your line suggestions into the comments, my friends. We are looking for 10 syllables per line. Author's creativity. All right. And I wrote ode to. So let's do it that way.
For whatever reason, on the way here, I was like, okay, what's like a really long word that we should try to cram in here? Because I think it would be fun. And I came up with like either somnambulist or somnambulation.
Oh, somnambulist or somnambulation. Oh,
yeah, which is like sleepwalking.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I was like, that has so many syllables. I don't know how we're going to put it in there.
I can't spell. Somnambulation. There we go. Creativity is art to release within your minds. Creativity is art to release within your minds. All right, so there'll be a run-on. Creativity is art to... Pippin, get off that! No! We're writing! Pippin, no. Creativity is art to release within... Goodness gracious, your minds, like that. Writer's block be damned. More coffee,
that's
please.
A good one.
I like that.
Yep. I have a story called 10 Cup Max that is in here that is about drinking an entire pot of coffee and basically going crazy in the process.
10 cup max. Come on. No. 15. Come on. I know you. I know me.
I know. I drink a
on.
lot of coffee, but I've also been getting a lot of acid reflux lately, so I have to pull back and drink more
You need
tea
more bread.
instead.
You need more bread. You don't need to pull back on the coffee. You need to eat more bread.
Eat more bread.
Eat more bread. Eat more bread. There we go. My nose is firmly stuck betwixt the pages. I walk as though in somnambulation. There we go. All right. There we go. My nose is firmly stuck between the pages. I walk as though in some... No, I was right. No, I'm not right anymore. Nambulation. All right. 20 minimum, says David Percival. If they're very small, yes. Victoria drops the mic. Well done. Do we need to mention Royal Classic or a Smith Corona typewriter? If you like, you go right ahead.
I do have a there was a gift from last Christmas. I do have an external typewriter keyboard that a friend gave me that makes the clacky noises.
I love
the clacky noises.
My wife, off-screen wife, just got one that is covered with cats as well. Her friend designed it for her, and it makes a delightful clickety-clack noise. Mine is a little bit softer, but I just saw one advertised on Facebook that is basically, it is not connected to the internet at all. It's basically, this is just for writers to write on, and it's a little mini laptop effectively, but it with clickety clack keyboard, so you can have the typewriter feel and everything, but without getting distracted by everything else that can pop up on the computer.
It's almost like a weighted piano, like when you play like a keyboard that has the weight in the keys. Like it's just so satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Down.
I am not a piano player, but I appreciate that so very much. Creativity is adventure to roam in another world. Pippi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you trying to write with us? Creativity is adventure to roam in another world. I like that. Time to relax, let the story be told.
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you, Screaming Dragon.
To relax. Let the story be told. All right.
There's some allergies.
Clickety clack is a good sound for a deaf person. I bet that is, yeah. The letters.
That's gotta feel like satisfying in your fingers too. Like you can't physically hear it, just that kind of feeling has got to be really nice.
I like this line right here, Dances with the Words. That's beautiful. All right. All right. My nose is firmly stuck between the pages. Time to relax. Time to relax, let the story be told. I think that's the end of the first stanza there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is something to rhyme with told. Maybe bold, my friends. Old, gold. This is why I like mechanical keyboards. Yeah. Ideas run through my mind like a movie shown. Like that. Ideas run through my mind like a movie shown. All right. My name is firmly stuck between the pages. I walk something. Walk as though in somnambulation. Time to relax, let the story be told. Mold. Sold. Let's see. Oh, all right. So a whole lot just presented by Heliakasha. A bottle raised, though consciousness is gone, as liquid gold slides past the lips in sleep. Oh, goodness, it just disappeared. This reminds me of a friend who drinks alcohol while sleepwalking. Just thinking, apparently quite rare, but it real happens. Oh, right. Woo. A bottle raised, though consciousness is gone, as liquid gold slides past the lips in sleep. Victorian London fog. Been listening to a lot of podcasts on the British Isles lately. Shakespeare, my accent. What about my accent? Pippin, get off the screen. I need to have a fight with. I have to have a fight with London fog. What about my accent? What about it? Come on, I will fight. Listen, I'm professionally English. Are these people professionally English? I don't think so. Is Melissa professionally English? Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So, what about my accent, London fog? What about it? What about it? Jennifer Rose in England saying my accent is proper amazing. Victorian London fog. It is almost not quite very not bad. Wow. Whereas, fun thing. So one of my stage mates, I'm on the Gatehouse stage at Maryland. John Burke, of Anatam and John Burke, comes up to me, says, "So where in England are you from?" And I said, "Oh, because I was having a conversation with stage manager. We have stage managers there. It's amazing. It's proper amazing." Awesome. And he says, "So where in England are you from?" I said, "Oh, I'm not." He goes, "I was confused because I heard you talking in an American accent to the stage manager, but then everything else very, very English." And I said, "I'm not. I hope I didn't sound insulting." And he goes, "No, you sound like," and as he put it, London fog. Hold on, let me go to the full. Let me go to the full one so I can yell it properly. As he put it, London fog. I sound like a Brit who's been here for more than a bit. So yeah. Yeah. So almost quite very not bad. That though being said, I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to put it on a t-shirt, like Shakespeare approves. Almost quite very not bad. I'm taking it. You gave it to me. In joining this stream, you have released full rights to all of your intellectual property. This is how Shakespeare rolleth. Boom. All right. But also, almost quite very not bad. I love that, and I'm using it for forever.
Second mic drop of the stream.
Second mic drop of the stream. Thank you very much. I'm going to just put up. I'm gonna screenshot these later because it's fantastic. These are the best comments ever. Tabitha, how can you suggest lines? Just throw them into the comments and I'll bring them up on screen. All right, but let's get the final line of this one right here. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Unleash the creation, breaking the mold. Unleash the creation, breaking the mold. All right. Unleash the creation, breaking the mold. There we go. So let's try this first stanza out for size, my friends. All right, here we go. My nose is firmly stuck between the pages. Unleash the creation, breaking the mold. I walk as though in somnambulation. Time to relax, let the story be bold. Oh, you know what? I need to switch these lines right here. All right. Time to relax, let the story be told. That goes here. There we go. That is better. My nose is firmly stuck between the pages. Time to relax, let the story be bold. Let the story be told. I walk as though in somnambulation. Unleash the creation, breaking the mold. I like that. That is very, very good. All right. Fantastic. I love this. Moving on to our next stanza. We have a few more minutes left of the live stream that we can do here. Can we get 2 more stanzas and a rhyming couplet done? Let's find out. All right. And Melissa, if you've got any lines to throw in, please do.
I mean, I threw in somnambulist already. I feel kind of that was a trick to begin with. What do you think?
The somnambulist in me. The somnambulist in me. No. Oh, wrong. All right, I got one. All right. Inner somnambulist writes the words that are known.
I like what Josephine Westphalia just posted. My hands wait for inspiration to strike.
Oh, I like that. I like that. My hands wait for inspiration to strike. Oh, that's fantastic.
There are definitely times, and I'm sure you've experienced this as well, Shakespeare, where you're writing something and then it just starts coming and you're not even in control anymore. It's just stuff is happening and
you're absolutely
your brain is happening. Yeah.
Absolutely. That happened with both the recent script I wrote and then a script I wrote 2 years ago. Oh my God, 3 years ago now. Richard, Too Fast, Too Furious. The only idea I had was I wanted to go. I had two ideas for it. Like, I'm going to play with this joke continually of It's a Fast and the Furious joke. And then also I wanted to do it in iambic pentameter. And we have a proper one-act play in iambic pentameter, where with some jokes that I haven't thought about in years coming back, and brand new things, and then let's do meta jokes and all of it. And some of it wrote itself once I was just there at the keyboard. I didn't, other than to go to the loo, I didn't get up from my kitchen table where I wrote this one, where I wrote most of it, for apparently 14 hours. Jeez. I just sat there. I sat there in the late pandemic period writing, other than to get up and go to the loo for 14 hours. I was just focused in. ADHD superpower in that case. But that is, yeah. Yeah. All right. My inner somnambulist writes the words. My hands wait for inspiration to strike. I hate when my hands can't keep up with my brain. I hate when my hands can't keep up with my brain. That's 11. I'm going to write it down.
What's that one called when it goes over a little?
Hendacasyllabic is 11.
Hendacasyllabic.
It's a great
Sounds
word.
like a dinosaur.
Right?
Oh no, the hendacasyllabic is coming.
Oh, by the way, Victorian London Fog. Speaking of British podcasters and my accent being, and I quote, almost quite very not bad. I was on a podcast 2 years ago with my friend Royfield Brown, who is he's from Birmingham. He's very, very English. He's so English it hurts. And he says, so where in London are you from? Because I apparently sound very South London. So yeah, there you go. Now, you know what, London Fog? There we go. There we have it. There. Am I petty? Yes. Didn't realize you started a real beef here. Did you start a beef, or is this just what I'm latching onto to get views for today's show? I don't know. The dinosaur of the hendacasyllabic, the hendacasaur is it's a herbivore. It is.
Yes.
A hendacasyllabasaur.
Hendacasyllabasaur.
There we go. Through me, it flows by as an unseen force. I like that.
The force.
And through me, it flows as if by unseen force. Slant rhyme with words, but that still works. Pages, somnambulation, both slant rhymes, and I like that. Whether horror, crime, sci-fi, or whatnot, my brain describes the ultimate of plot. I love that, Sally. Great job. Whether horror, crime, sci-fi, or whatnot, my brain describes the ultimate of plot. All right, let's see. Jennifer Rose. Take it, London Fog. My accent sounds close to where Jennifer is. So, London Fog.
In accent, I've gotten South London a couple of times. That's what I usually say too, because I'm trying to model after Tom Hiddleston, and I think that's.
I am originally modeled after Kenneth Branagh, whose English variant of his accent is very South London.
Yes.
I'll just come at you with irritants. Yeah. London Fog, I'm going to get you onto a show one time, and we'll be best friends, and then you'll say one thing, and then we'll be mortal enemies for the next 6 minutes. And then I'll forget what we're yelling about. And then I'm like, oh, look, a dog. Oh, goodness. Oftentimes I second guess others. I'm in awe. Yeah. Sometimes you're just in awe of what comes out of yourself.
Yep. That is one of my favorite things to do with going back through this collection was having taken the time to step away from some of these pieces and then be able to come back and be like, oh no, that's a really good sentence. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. When you genuinely truly impress yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So the script I'm working on is not a Hallmark script, right? It's a pilot for a potential series, and it ended up having a very accidental Hallmark feel. Probably just I like watching Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And the producers were like, hey, if you could fit in a little bit of like Modern Family with this and like The Office, we think this would be perfect. So I have this weird mishmash of a Hallmark Christmas movie feel with just the lightness and the light and fluffiness of it, with Modern Family and or The Office, with like the direct to camera addresses, and they are very much liking it. So I'm like writing like, wow, I didn't know I was this good. And it's like, thank you for hiring me, but wow, I'm impressing myself today. Mm-hmm. But then you have the next day where you're like, oh man, why'd they hire me? I suck, and you slam it closed, and you walk away for 4 days, and then you come back and you're like, no, that was actually a really good sentence. I like that.
Yep. Sometimes you write sentences and they don't even belong in the piece that you're doing. So whatever you're writing right then, you might be like, oh my God, this is a great sentence. It makes no sense in what I'm doing right now. But if you just like have a secondary document open of like, I'm just going to put that over there.
I call it the candy jar.
Yeah.
Which is a phrase I stole from Mike Shaw from The Good Place. Yeah, he called it the candy jar. It's like, hey, here's a great paragraph. Here's a great line. Here's a scene that works great, but it doesn't work for what we're currently working on. Let's put it over here in the candy jar. Jokes go in there. Great lines, scenes, like entire scenes would go in there. And then they would bring them all back in at some point. One was from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Did not work, and they repurposed it for The Good Place.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. In preparation for return to Texas, where I'll be going back down in January. Have I seen the Ultimate Hallmark Rodeo movies? Pure Country. It was filmed just Yes, yeah, I did see Pure Country. I enjoyed it so very much. It was one of the 4 movies. Oh, it's so great. By the way, the first Hallmark Christmas movie is coming out on the 19th of this month.
October 19th?
Yeah, baby. It's coming out a week earlier than last year. But not nearly as early as 2020 when they just started releasing them in April.
I feel like I have to get out my sword to beat back Mariah Carey as like, no, spooky season first. Spooky season.
Yeah. No, let the queen defrost. Let her defrost. I mean, people began spooky season on the 4th of July. Let me have Hallmark Christmas now.
I say that they go well together. There's the whole line in Most Wonderful Time of the Year. We'll have scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. I always say that they go together. There's great works. I think there's a collection called Dead of Winter that is about like winter themed short stories that are terrifying.
A place where both you and I have worked, the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, and being in the cast as the Bacchanalian or Lord Chamberlain's play, it's pick a year. goes back and forth for the professional company. A Halloween show that I don't think they do anymore, called Poe Evermore, and a friend, I was cast as Charles Dickens for Poe Evermore, and the guy who was Poe, and there were two casts for everything. So I was one of the Charles Dickenses. Charles Dickens. Multiple Charles, multiple Dickens. Multiple Charlies. I was one of the Dickens, and I was in Poe, doing several of Dickensian stories at the Poe show, and then we took the same cast. We changed nobody out for Poe and kept it all for Christmas as well.
Oh,
And
that's
it was just
so neat.
and instead of having fictional characters and stuff, it was all writers. So we had Lord Byron, we had Mary Shelley. So like we played with time a little bit, but we had Mary Shelley, we had Lord Byron, we had Jane Austen, again playing with time, and we had Emily Dickinson and Dickens, and we were all in because Poe had some Christmassy adjacent stuff, and like for instance, Edwin Drood from Dickens, and going over. So it was just everybody playing in everybody's world. Yeah, and it was.
Arthur Conan Doyle does both as well. Like he has a whole collection that I have of vampires, but then he also has a bunch of Christmassy things out there too.
Yeah, I was Conan Doyle the next season, and then and he had an actual beef with Dickens, and so I was like, I'm gonna base a villain off of you. We're just like, it was loving. Poets Dickensons. Love it. But also, we have the fourth Doctor here with us, apparently. Tom Baker, thank you for your service. I'm really hoping you are the Tom Baker I'm thinking of, and that'd be amazing. And good for you for just having a regular T. Your name, something wicked this way comes, kind of thing. Yeah. Some thoughts I keep and some just get tossed. All right, something to rhyme with strike real quick. Would you do it again, knowing what you know now, knowing what you do then? Would you do it again? What part, London Fog? I feel like that's a legit question and not a rhyming thing right here. Would we do it again? Would we do what again? Because that was put in a few minutes ago.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of questions that we could answer off of that. Would we do?
I'm above my fate even as I wait. Oh, Taliesin.
Oh, it's a
above
nightmare
my fate even as I.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Thank you. I'm just like, it sounded both poetic and also like a genuine question.
You know what I was just watching? This is wild. I forgot this. I just rewatched the very first Addams Family, the 1992 Addams Family movie.
Perfect movie. Perfect film.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it had Christmas references in it. Like the opening.
It starts at Christmas time, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what? Oh my God. Yeah. I did. There's so many crossover movies. They're so close.
Dances with Words gave a good suggestion above. Where was Dances with Words? Good suggestion above. Some words are great, some I only like. Oh, yes! There we go. Yes. Yes, there we go. Boom. All right. All right. My inner somnambulist writes the words. All right, let's bring it back up on screen. My inner somnambulist writes the words. My hands wait for inspiration to strike. Then through it me flows as by unseen force. Some words are great, some words I only like. I like that. That is great.
Yeah.
Yes, moving it. Do I have a brand style guide anywhere? No. Sorry. I'm not that professional.
Question briefly. Are we going to keep going? Because if so, then I would like to step away and use a restroom briefly.
Yeah, if you would you like to finish this with me right here live? Or do you, because you also have a long drive ahead of you.
I do. I'm fine either way.
I think we could probably finish this within the next 10 minutes. Yeah.
All right, let me
Yeah.
go away for a minute.
Yeah, you go away for a minute, and I'll see you in a mo. All right. So while we wait for Melissa to come back, let's get yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas is definitely a Halloween and Christmas movie at the same time. I'm the writer. I write what I like. That is good. I am the writer. I write what I like. Jason Robards and then 2980. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Oh, that is a good movie. Or the word author to replace writer. Oh, that could work too. 1982 Disney movie, says Tom. Well, you know, I genuinely believe though that it was a 2982 movie that just came backward in time because it's fantastic. But let's see. We have a lot of good line suggestions here. I really like this one. Writer's block be down. More coffee, please. That needs to be used. If you don't like it, go take a hike. Existential though it be, I am me. Oh, that's lovely, Josephine. I like that. Gomez and the Morticia are the ultimate OTP. OTP? OTP. I'm not placing that abbreviation in my head. OTP. Who is my favorite Disney character? My favorite Disney character. Oh, that's a fantastic question. In the traditional movies, let's call them the traditional animation movies, I'm going to say my favorite Disney character is Belle. My favorite Disney character is Belle. And in the non-traditional, like let's go into the Pixar verse and all of that, my next favorite is Woody. Yeah, Woody is fantastic. But here, once again, is Melissa Lee. Who's your favorite Disney character?
Probably going to go with Maleficent.
Maleficent! Oh, fantastic. I like that.
I love the way that she talks and interacts with everybody. I actually haven't really seen the ones with Angelina Jolie in them up there. I've seen parts
of it. I saw the first one. It's interesting. I don't like it, but it's interesting.
It's an interesting twist on the original story, but I just the character of Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty I think is fascinating.
If I think not, am I not? I think not. Oh, if I think not, am I not? I think not. I like that.
Josephine Westphalia is killing it today.
Oh, you are. Let's see. My writing is mine. Can't take that away. I will always... That wasn't a word. I will always be me for eternity. Well done, Sally. Bringing our document back up on screen. Let's finish this puppy off. Let's see. All right. We have so many good suggestions here.
I know.
I'm going to take these two out because we've used them. All right. All right. We've used that one. The letters on fire flow fast. I like these two right here. These are great. The letters on fire flow fast through my veins. I hate when my hands can't keep up with my brain. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Peppy, why are you growling? What's that?
The writer's block be damned. More coffee, please. That is.
Oh yeah, I want to use that too. Yeah.
That is 100% exactly.
I'm wondering if that is even our closer, our closing line, possibly.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, formatting.
Yep.
Oh, how I loathe it. That's why I can't put the Kindle out right now, because I have to reformat the entire book from a 6x9 to the Kindle format, and the spacing is stupid. I'm so mad at it right now.
Man, says Victorian Unfog, I dropped in 1.5 good lines, then started bullying Shakespeare. Surely being a troll is my calling. Yeah. I think you have a future. You have a real future ahead of you. So, yeah, good for you. Good on you. The letters on fire flow fast in my mind. Caffeine jitters beget creativity. Writer's block be done with coffee, please. Yeah, you know what? Caffeine jitters beget creativity. Yeah, so these are our final 2 lines right here, by the way. I'm going to reverse them. Gonna go, here we go. Hold on. That's going to be our rhyming couplet.
Nice.
At the end. The letters on fire flow fast in my veins. I hate when my hands can't keep up with my brain.
There's the stuff in the middle that Sally Ye had suggested. The whether horror, crime, sci-fi, or whatnot. My brain describes the ultimate plot.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, with the whole crime, sci-fi or whatnot, the letters on fire flow fast in my veins. I hate. My brain describes the ultimate of plot. I hate when my hands can't keep up with my brain. I like that. Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, go ahead.
I have a silly thing. Sorry.
What?
Okay.
Do it.
It's related to your accent.
Yes.
So I was trying to describe, while I was in Arkansas as Lady Morgan, I was trying to describe that there were toads on the site. And my friends started to make fun of me because I couldn't say toads correctly. Can you say toads?
Toad.
Yeah, it still kind of sounds like turd. Yep.
Toads. Turd.
Yep.
Toad. Yeah, I hear it.
Yep. Very close. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "What do you mean there's turds on the ground?" I was like, "No, there's toads on the ground." What?
Well, that goes with in the Pirates of Penzance. Are you an orphan or are you orphan? Yeah. Are you orphan? Orphan. Wait, did you say orphan or orphan? Okay. And just playing with accents on there. All right. All right, here we go, my friends. My nose is firmly stuck between the pages. Time to relax, let the story be told. I walk as though in somnambulation. Unleash the creation, breaking the mold. My inner somnambulist writes the words. My hand ached for inspiration to strike. Then through me it flows as if by unseen force. Some words are great, some words I only like. Whether horrors, crime, sci-fi, or whatnot, the letters on fire flow fast through my veins. My brain describes the ultimate of plot. I hate when my hands can't keep up with my brain. Caffeine jitters beget creativity. Writer's block be damned. More coffee, please. And we shall call this what? What is our title? Yes, soon we are going to have an absurd candy jar sonnet. And well done. Yeah, and there's a lot of creativity flowing. That's why there are so many lines today. Yes. All right. What is the title of today's poem? Let's see. Melissa Lee, what do you got for our title?
So it's ode to something, yeah?
An ode to authors of creativity, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I said ode to a coffee shop typewriter.
I kind of like that. Ode to a Coffee Shop Typewriter.
This show
I like that.
unintentionally sponsored by what is this? Doc's Creamery in Conway, Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Well, my friends, we have writ a fantastic poem today. We've had our special guest, Melissa Lee, author of the brand new book, Dread, a follow-up to Dare, right here. Make sure that you go and buy the book. You can do it at tinyurl.com/dread the book. Go do it. Go buy it. It is released today. And Melissa, thank you so much for joining us here today on Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare.
Thank you.
Stick around for a second so I can say a proper goodbye to you after the show. But my friends, this has been Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. Now, remember, we are right here on twitch.tv/nat21adventures. Make sure that you go and follow all of that and follow me on all of my various social media. Shakespeare.approves everywhere you go. So Facebook, YouTubes, the Instas, and the TikToks, where we get Skibbity Riz Ohio on all of that. And Ohio, oh my God, you have my heart with you right now. Ohio and North Carolina, I am so very sorry for all of the mess you're going through. If you'd like to support the show, you can certainly do so at coffee.com/Shakespeare. It's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Buy me a cuppa. Let's have one last nice noisy slurp right now. It's good internet audio. I don't care who you are. You can also get a sonnet commissioned over there. This Friday is Bandcamp Friday. Both of us have albums on Bandcamp, both Chase Treasure and me. Mine is shakespeareapproves.bandcamp.com or, of course, harbthetroll.bandcamp.com. Wherever your Bandcamping is.
I love that.
Make sure you go to Bandcamp and support all of your artists. Go to chasetreasure.com and find all of their links to everything, including their Bandcamp, and get... because the artists get 100% of the proceeds on Bandcamp Fridays. You can also go to patreon.com/Shakespeare and patreon.com/Quill and Quote. Speaking of my guest right here, you have to type that in all at once. Patreon.com/Quill and Quote in order to support Melissa and her work. Support Nat21 Adventures at patreon.com/Nat21Adventures. Want to send me an email? Do it at shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. Our hashtags, remember, ACAT, all kings are tyrants. Remember that, my friends. Also, hashtag I'm with her. And in advance of tonight's vice presidential debate, which shan't apparently be fact-checked live by the moderators, but apparently only by Tim Walls, hashtag live, laugh, love seat. Remember that as well. Now, I am, of course, coming up the next 3 weekends at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, and then I'm going to be in Salem, Massachusetts. Go join me there for a weekend of fun and merriment. Thank you all for joining us here today. Go buy the book, my friends. Congrats on the book, Melissa says. Talitha, they are new here. Jennifer Rose, thanks for joining us. This is taken care of. London Fog's bad mood. Much love and appreciation to both and the whole chat. Yes, there's mutual glorious affection all over. Skibbity Riz Ohio to us all. Keep the reason for the season. Thanks for the lovely start to the day. Thank you. And we managed to keep this under 90 minutes. So, my friends, thanks very much. As we are closing out, remember, take care of each other. If you can help out your friends who are going through some massively hard times right now, please do so. Ohio Red 90%. Right now, organizations are helping out as best they can, but go help out the people in Asheville, North Carolina. Oh dear sweet God, nearly the town was wiped off the map. And Interstate 40 betwixt North Carolina and Tennessee is gone. So lots of people are hurting with our changing world, but there's a lot of good out there. Pippin's here. He wants you to have a great day. Melissa's here. She wants you to have a great day. I'm Shakespeare. I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. And we'll see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.